It's all good.
All right, I'm at the African American Pavilion, Diversity Pavilion at the PGA Merchandise Show at Orange County Convention Center. I'm here with Wyatt Worthington, PGA professional and whatnot, and Wyatt is going to enlighten you to what he is all about and what his goals are. You know, Wyatt, you want to tell the people?
Yeah, how's it going, everyone? For those who don't know me, my name's Wyatt Worthington the second. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I went to school at Methodist University where I got my PGM, where I went to PGM and got my Class 8. And, you know, throughout that, first and foremost, I got my business degree.
I like that priority.
First and foremost, I got my business degree, but it's kind of like a 2-for-1 special. I got my Class 8. As soon as I got out of school, I started doing internships, in Columbus, Ohio. And just went head on into the golf industry. Now I've been a snowbird where I go 6 months in Ohio, 6 months down here, and I kind of split that up into two. And recently with some success, you guys may or may not know me, I played in the PGA Championship where the first gentleman was Tom Woodward in 25 years ago, where he was the first African American to go that route to get into the PGA Championship. So, to follow in his footsteps is just, fantastic, and just trying to push the culture forward. And just recent endeavors, I just won the Winter Series event where they have at Port St. Lucie at PGA headquarters, and I was the first African American to win one of those series. So we're working, when it's all said and done, but we have a long way to go. So that's where we're at.
Well, why you seem to be loaded with talent and loaded with potential and whatnot, and the sky's the limit. I know the sky's the limit. And what would your dream foursome be if you had a dream foursome? Who would your dream foursome include?
Wow, you just threw that on me?
Yeah, that's curious. Yeah.
Oh, that's tough, man.
Okay. Well,
like dead or alive?
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's
tough, man.
You can bring him back from the grave, man.
Yeah. Okay. Obviously, I got to throw my boy, Mr. Sifford in there.
There you go. He's in mine.
Yeah, of course. Let's go. Go Tiger in there.
Oh, okay.
That's too
and
tough,
one more.
man.
I
need one.
Hey, one more.
Obama. Yeah,
there you go. That's your dream foursome.
Right off the top. That's what I'm
okay, I hear you, man.
No particular order. Yeah.
Well, see, I know mine would be.
What was yours be?
Mine would be Teddy Rose, Charlie Sifford, James Black, and myself. That's mine.
There it is.
So I'm good with that.
I might have to throw maybe Richard Pryor in there.
Hey,
it up. You know what I'm saying?
Bring him on up too. Richard had you laughing all around the course.
Yeah.
That'll keep you loose. That'll keep you loose. That's what Javina did for Nicholas and them. Kept them loose. Doing competition.
That's what it's about.
Well, Wyatt, man, it's a pleasure having you here, brother. I hope you come back and visit the booth again. And we look forward to a lot more things from you and whatnot. In the future.
No, of course. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, it's not our pleasure, but we just like to see more like it. You're an inspiration for us, and us here at the magazine. We're thrilled to have you. We're privileged to have you, and we wish you the best of success in the future. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, brother. Because you're on the right track.
No, of course. But if you think about it, even though you guys are, happy to have me, it's the other way around. Like, this is a beautiful thing we got going on. There's so many, familiar faces that look like me, and when I go through the golf industry, it's not like that. Out of 28,000, jobs, there's probably, give or take around 100 of them.
Absolutely.
So when I come here, I feel at home. So
I
appreciate you guys having that environment.
Well, we're glad you feel at home, man, because we family,
Yeah.
I look at it. I write for the magazine, and I always look at our magazine, African American Golf Digest, is the BET of golf magazines.
Right.
I look at the BET of golf magazine, and we try to tell our story. We don't tell our story. Sometimes the story don't get told. So we always have an obligation to tell our story, and I'm glad that Debert Cook and the other powers that be of the magazine give us a platform to kind of hear our story, and that's what we're all about, because we know our rich heritage. That's been documented, whatnot. It's a matter of getting it out there globally, whatnot, and everything. Like I said, I know, unfortunately, Kevin Pete, Pete Brown, Sifford, all died 2015, 2 years ago. Including Louis Suggs, who was the second, I think, third on the LPGA tour, I think it was.
Right, and I was
Louis Suggs. That's a big loss for us, and it was kind of like a bat of an eye. It was very, very mum the word.
Of course.
And not Arnold Palmer passed away a little while ago recently, wasn't that? He was an ambassador of the game.
Yeah.
But it was known globally. you know,
of
big
course,
passing.
of course, yeah.
And only a few in that circle knew about.
Arnie's Army. Is what
Yeah,
they
yeah,
call it.
right. But only a few knew about Charlie and Kevin and Pete Brown and Louise, you know.
Yeah.
So we need to, you know, change that direction a little bit,
Of course,
you know.
man. Of course. No, I was fortunate enough to where I was working at the time in Columbus, Ohio. You know, Calvin Pete, you know, did some clinics and whatnot. So once a year, I would see him, man. And it was just you know, it was a blessed opportunity to, you know, one, be in his presence, but to listen and how he operates the game. You know what I mean? And it's just, you know, there's certain times when there's people around, you just sit and listen, and he's one of those people. You know what I mean? And he had just, you know, gyms on top of gyms. You know what I mean? So it's just very fortunate enough to, you know, be in his presence and just hear him speak.
You said a mouthful, man. You know, sometimes you listen, you learn. You know,
yeah.
And when people like that talking, give them the E.F. Hutton respect. You know, you learn something.
Man.
You know, I met him once before he passed away, and I treasure the moment. You know. But anyway, Wyatt, best of luck to you in the future, brother.
Thank you,
and thanks for stopping by.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Love it.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what we got to do.